Okay, so first things first, there's lots of accomplishments, celebrations, family gathering, friends, people getting together, coming in for this week. And what's in the challenge position for you is for you to get all your responsibilities finished, for you to wrap up projects, and for you to, really take care of all the things that you need to take care of, just so that you can make time for the people that are important in your life, just so that you can partake in the celebrations, okay? In the past position, lots of communication that has come in, opportunities for dating, opportunities as well. People soliciting you to kind of break away from your shell, and they're trying to figure out what you're up to, what you're doing. There is a heavy energy here. Not so much a heavy energy, but a really strong air sign. So this is an Aquarius, a Gemini, or a Libra. This is somebody that I feel is a person in a position of authority that I'm sensing you're trying to please this person, okay? Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising. I feel like the person is a little bit like of a stern figure. They could be a supervisor, they could be a boss, they could be somebody in your work environment, but I'm feeling like you're in a position where you're answering to this person, or you're trying really hard to please this person. In the foundation, we have here the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups is usually the way that I look at this is responsibilities that you thought it's already done and completed. And now you have to go back to redo things. And I feel like it's coming as a result of this person. So be very careful about dashing off projects at the last minute, pulling all-nighters to get things done, because I feel like there might be errors, there might be typos, there might be things that you have to go back to redo, because this person is sort of like the quality control person. They're kind of like that gatekeeper, and they're going to tell you, you know what? You need to go back and redo some things, or you need to, have things done a specific way. Crowning this reading is something that you're thinking about. We have the Death card in the reverse. So once again, this is reconnecting with people from the past, not moving away from things and not being able to start new things, mainly because you have quite a few responsibilities here that you really need to take care of. I feel for some of you, it seems like there's a lot of opportunities for gathering, for fun, and for, social outing. And just be careful about not letting your work fall on the wayside, okay? In your advice position, we have here the Three of Wands. And the Three of Wands is kind of like, it's in the reverse position. So this is kind of like coordination, waiting for things to come into the picture, setting a time, setting a date, setting some type of a meet-up, some type of a union where you are very clear about what time you need to be there, and the other party is also supposed to be clear on the time, date, exact location. In the reverse position is really telling you to double check, triple check if you need to make sure the other party is on board, and then double check your itinerary, double check your agenda. If for those of you who are traveling, I feel like this indicates to me travel delays, things that have not been, logistically worked out, hotel rooms, car maintenance, miscommunication when it comes to, the front staff and the people working behind the scenes. So this is really your advice to kind of take things easy this week and to try your best to, make sure that you coordinate well with the other people. In your external environment, we do have another earth sign. So this is a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. This is someone who's very, very reliable. And I see a little bit of a nagging energy with this person. Normally, I don't see earth signs, and especially the King of Pentacles, as someone who nags. But this is somebody that's telling you, you should do this. They're nudging you gently. You should do this. You should get this done. You should, be here already. And I feel like you're kind of at a point where you're shrugging off their advice or something similar to that. And I feel almost like they're anticipating the delays and the stoppages. And they're telling you, in as few words, This is what you need to do. This is what you need to organize. And this is what, I anticipate is going to happen. So trust this person, Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising, external to you. So this is not your energy. And this is somebody who is very business oriented. They could also be coordinating plans with you. They could tell you, meet me at the airport. Here's when you pick me up. Here's when we go to lunch. Here's when, we can get things done, get these projects off the ground. And I feel as if you really need to listen to this person in order to prevent some of these delays, okay? In your hopes and fears, we do have here the High Priestess in the reverse position. So this is sort of like a lot of the times thinking that, oh, okay, if I just sit here and pray for things to kind of be okay, then it'll be okay. Rather than taking the proactive steps you need to take in order for you to ensure that things flow smoothly. So be a little bit careful about passively praying, hoping for everything to kind of work out without you having to lift a finger. So this is serving here as your spiritual advice that things for this week, there are going to be delays, and it's really important for you to be fast on the uptake and to be a little bit more proactive about doing things from your end so that they get off the ground rather than just, hopeful thinking or wishful thinking and feeling like, if I just hope everything is going to fall into place, that it's going to do so. Okay. So towards the end of the week in your outcome position, we have here the Six of Swords. And this indicates to me everything that's happening, that's kind of thrown at you. I feel like you're going to move away from it and you're going to feel this sense of accomplishment. Okay. I also have as well the Seven of Swords as well as the World card. And the World card usually indicates to me wrapping up projects, ending things, closing things out, closing out, I feel like work, clients, closing out cases, closing out a lot of things that you've had to, take multiple days, multiple steps, multiple weeks to finish up and try to redo. With the Seven of Swords, it's almost like you're dashing things off and you're hoping that things will be okay. Okay, the Seven of Swords is a little bit of a sneaky energy and sneaky type of a situation. I feel like the Seven of Swords energy is highly linked up here with this King of Swords. And the way that I feel the energy coming out here is this is somebody that is kind of holding back information. They're asking you questions, but they're going about in a very roundabout way. So rather than being direct, normally they're very direct. So when they come into the picture, you might feel like, oh, okay, this person has always been, straightforward and such a straight shooter with me in the past. I don't really need to worry, but I feel like something is coming through. They might come to you for advice. They might come to you for help. They might come to you for assistance. And as a result of it, I feel like there is a lack of straightforward communication with them. If that's the case, I feel like in due time, they're going to reveal their intentions and their motives. Okay, so I'm going to pull out a few more cards here to clarify the people that are showing up. So this King of Swords. And we have here the King of Pentacles. This King of Swords. I feel like they're a really, the imagery that they put up here is someone who's very, very capable, competent, who is very stoic. They take care of business on their own. They're dealing with some type of major upheaval in their environment. So this is kind of like relocating, moving house, some type of family situation that's also dampening their ability to see things straight. And I feel as if there might be talks and communication. I don't see a confrontation so much, but I feel like they're coming in fast and giving you a lot of information, giving you a lot of work, giving you a lot of, I'll give you a piece of my mind. But the way that their energy is playing out with this Seven of Swords here, it's almost like they're not being straightforward with you when it comes to the communication, okay? For those of you who this is serving as a love interest, this person definitely has feelings for you, but they exercise some type of a tough love, tough to love. Their energy is like a little bit more jarring, and it's a little bit difficult to deal with this person. Okay, so they put on the airs that they are very capable, that everything is going swimmingly well in their lives. But behind the scenes, what you don't realize is they're very afraid of some major changes. And I feel like they're coming to you for hoping to get some advice, hoping to get some information out of you, hoping for you to reveal some things. But I feel like you're keeping your agendas hidden. In terms of this King of Pentacles in the external environment, I have here the Fool. And this person might be traveling. This person might be going on some type of a life's journey. They're beginning a brand new phase in their life, and they're excitedly embracing everything that, life has to offer. So this is someone who is just, if it's a romantic partner, I see the two of you, running towards each other. Okay. So if this is a romantic partner, this is indicating to me, a really strong soul connection, a person that's very dependable, that gives you practical advice. So follow in this person's footsteps, heed their advice, and, really treasure this relationship. I have the Star in the reverse position as well. I feel like if this is a romantic love interest, some of you feel a little bit threatened, not so much threatened. I don't feel like Capricorns feel really threatened by other people, and especially if other people are more successful than you. I feel like you live and let live, but I feel almost like it's a little bit difficult for the two of you to create a future together, because you feel like they're leaps and bounds and light years ahead of you, and you're trying to catch up here. So there might be some, I feel insecurities about with you regarding where you're at right now. Are you financially stable? Are you able to keep up with the other person? Are you on the same page? Do they like me? Do they feel like I'm good enough for them? So there's this element here about, you feeling a little bit inadequate to be their relationship partner or to interact with them. So we have two kings coming into this spread. So in terms of your love life, I feel like these are the major contenders that are going to be very prominent for this week. Okay, so we have an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn. And I feel like this is a person that's a little bit more colder and stoic, and you really question their motives, and you really question their intentions for you. Are they being straightforward with me? I'm getting a little bit of like blowing hot and cold, a little bit of a moodiness when it comes to this person. On the one hand, they're very helpful and they give me really good advice, and they seem like, they're interested in moving the situation along. On the other hand, there are a few things about them that they haven't really wrapped up in their lives, and they're not 100% straightforward when they're communicating with you. So I feel like there's hesitation from your end. On the other hand, the earth sign, we have the World. This is someone who's very accomplished, and I feel as if you might be torn between these two characters, and you might feel a little bit intimidated by the earth sign in terms of, all the things that they have going on in their lives and whether or not you measure up. Okay, so the important lesson here is double check, triple check your agendas, your itineraries. Make sure everything is lined up. Don't do things through third parties. So for example, I'm getting a message here. If you have a work project, right? And you need somebody to sign off on it. And then after they sign off, you need it to go to another person. Make sure you're there every step of the way. The second person, the first person that you ask to sign, they might say like, oh, I'll, bring it to the next person. I feel like they're going to get sidetracked, and then whatever you give them is not going to go where it's supposed to go. So make sure that you physically have it in your hands and hand it off to the right officials through the right channel. And doing so is going to save you a lot of redoing, a lot of headache down the line. Okay, so just cover your tracks in that way. All right, Capricorns, I hope you have a good week. I hope the reading is helpful, and I hope it's pertinent to your situation.